Yo, what is up, everybody? It's your boy Flo Goods back at again with another video for the interrogation, another episode. We're back at it. I'm sorry, guys, I've been lagging on this shit. I promise you I'm gonna really go hard on this. So right now, as you can see, we're in a different little area right now. It's not my house. We're at the Casa de, I guess, Tony, Boozy, and Graham, all my co-workers over at Round 2. And right now, we're gonna get into the interview with Tony, aka Big Rig, aka Rigatoni, aka Tony the Tiger, aka Big T, T-Dog. We'll all put that down on his, when we like introduce him, we'll like have all those nicknames. It's gonna be like probably like a paragraph long of nicknames, so it's gonna be tight. So, you probably saw the photo right beforehand of Tony, got the mugshot on him, so you already know it's, he's getting in it, he's gonna get interrogated for real. So, yeah, like I said, we're at his house right now, just a different environment. It's probably like a huge echo in the back. I don't know why, because they got a lot of stuff in there, so there's an echo, but whatever. We're gonna rock around it. As you can see, you got a nice couch in the back. You see me just sitting down. I'm wearing the Los Angeles Lakers starter arch. Love this hat. Gotta love that gold font. Let's see if it focuses on it. Might be focusing. Sweet with the side logo right there. Gotta love that. Just wearing a black shirt, my gold chain as always, my gold bracelet. So yeah, we're gonna get into with Tony interrogation. You already know how it goes. Might get a little bit switch up right now with the questions and stuff, but we'll see. It's all good. So yeah, let's get into it. Tony, get ready. All right. So state your name.
Tony Pelez.
Anything else you want to plug in?
No, I'm straight.
You straight? All right. So this is my homie Tony Pelez. Let's get into it. You work at Round 2 more or less, correct?
Yeah.
Definitely. How long have you been working at Round 2?
Been around 2 for like 2 years. Put in like a year. The Virginia location, I'm like coming up on like 2 months at the Hollywood store.
That's crazy. Like, what made you decide that you wanted to go out to Hollywood? It's like, it's instead of like the corny things like, like what everyone thinks.
Right. Honestly, I just didn't feel like I was progressing in Virginia. My like lease was ending in VA. Just like wanted to make some moves. Talked to everyone out in Hollywood, and Justin Esposito just like gave me the serious phone call. It's like, you should move out here. Talked to Sean and Chris. They said it was cool, no problem. Just made the move. I want to live in LA, so to have the opportunity to move out here, have like a place to stay and a job was a blessing, so I just made it.
And before Round 2, you told me the story about like how you found out about them. Could you like break that down for people who don't know you? Because like you're on the episode, you're on the show on Round 2 and stuff, but like not a lot of people know about who you are. They know who like Sean, Chris, who I am. Like, as strange as it sounds, there's main characters on YouTube, and I feel like you and some other people are like kind of like side characters. They don't know too much about you. Like break it down, like where you come from and stuff. I guess as weird as that sounds, like break it down a little bit.
Where I come from, and then like how.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was born in South Carolina. My dad was like in the Marines, so I was like moving all over the place. Ended up in Virginia. My dad got like a job at DC, and graduated from ODU, like near Virginia Beach. And this is gonna be on some real shit.
Go for it.
Moved in with this girl in like Richmond, and I was just like trying to figure out what I was gonna do with my life. Like, I'm trying to be in the fashion streetwear industry. My major was fashion merchandising. Just hitting up like all the major spots in Virginia, like Major, Commonwealth, like trying to see if I could do marketing or whatever with them, like work my way up their ladder if I'm just an employee. And then I like saw this like small shop in Richmond, seemed pretty cool. Wasn't like blown up or anything, it was just like a super small shop like in Richmond. Went in there, they showed me love. I like had a clothing line for a little bit. They were selling it. I was like, man, I'm just gonna try to work there. Like, the girl I was living with was like getting on me because I like had no job like after I graduated and stuff. So I like hit up Round 2. Sean blessed me with like a job. Like started doing like shipping like for the website, like something like super low key, like Had no clue where I was gonna go. From there, we opened up the gallery. We expanded into that, and they needed someone to work for the store. I was like, all right, like this is my only chance probably. Let me go talk to Sean and see if I could work in the store. Sean was like, perfect. I don't want to hire anyone new. You got it. Start working in the store for a little bit. The super small store, the original one. And then we expanded into the gallery. And then that was like 2 weeks after I started working in the store. So I was working in the gallery for a little bit. And then my lease was ending in Virginia. And like I said, like I was just trying to get out of Virginia. Just like trying to make some moves, honestly. So now I'm like ended up in Hollywood. Been out here for like 2 months.
How do you feel like you've been here? It's only been 2 months. Damn.
Yeah.
Like, how's it been? Do you think? Is it definitely more wild, to be honest? Which like people are like expected to be. Is that
honestly,
what you envisioned? Was it how you envisioned? Is it what it is now?
I didn't know what it was gonna be like. Honestly, I didn't know if it was gonna be boring or fun, but truthfully, it's been like the best 2 months like of my life for sure.
But I mean, like at the same time, people gotta realize, like, in a sense, you do have to have the connection.
Yeah. So this is the thing about like moving to LA. Like if you're moving to LA and you don't have like any friends or like no job set up or like no housing situation, it's gonna be like really tough. Like the transition's gonna be hard. But...
And that was you for like almost like when I first met you, because when you moved out. No, when you flew out the second time is when I finally met you.
Yeah.
Because I heard about you flying out the first time. Then you flew out the second time, finally said what's up to you. Because like you were here for a little bit longer. And then you're like, just damn, like, I'm moving out here. And then when you finally moved out here, you literally told me you had a bag and that was it. And like, that was scary.
So yeah. My story is kind of crazy. I told the Richmond store, hey, like I'm going to go work at the Hollywood store.
Straight dip them.
And I like came out here to like try to find a spot, so to make my transition of my housing situation a little bit easier. Didn't really like find anything that I could put a down payment on and be good with, so I'm like back in VA. Like told my parents, everyone, that I'm leaving. Like had no place to stay though, so it's kind of crazy. And my plan was to get Airbnb once I came to LA. Like had no Airbnb booked whatsoever. It was just like pushing it back like so many times.
You were just hopeful that something was gonna happen.
Well, so my plan was to stay with Justin Esposito. I'm gonna just call him Boozy, so hopefully everyone knows who that is. But Boozy was at Coachella. So I come down, literally like have all my stuff packed in one bag. So I like get on this flight, come into LA, like one-way trip. Like I'm not coming back to Virginia. I'm just gonna figure it out, like as far as housing. Like I already had the job. So I come down here, touchdown, go straight to the store. I'm like, all right, I'll get like a Airbnb that you could book like last minute. I told Tone, and I was like, yeah, I'm about to get Airbnb. Like I'm down here for good. Just
Tone being T-Start.
Yeah,
well.
Tone T-Start. But for me to stay in a nice Airbnb for a week, it was like $1,000, and I was like, man, like I could be here like a month without like a permanent housing situation. So that's almost like $3,000 right there, or $4,000. So I told Tone. Tone's like, man, you're staying with us. And I slept on Tone and on Pregler's couch. Justin Pregler. I slept on their couch for like 2 weeks. They told me I could stay like as long as a month, and was literally like every single day trying to find a house. And then Boozy hit me up and he was like, man, we got 3-bedroom. It's me, Graham, and we're trying to make you a third roommate. And then we literally got a house 2 blocks from the house I was staying at with Tone. So it lucked out like perfectly. Like I had a crazy like story, like moved out here with a bag, no place to stay, like some real LA shit.
Literally on some hustle shit. Like
yeah, for real. Like I was just like, I'm making the move. I'm not coming back to.
And low-key, that's why like I fucked with Tony. At the same time, I was like, damn, Tony's very crazy for what you're doing. Literally like on like couple stacks of money with you, and then like hoping to fucking just find a crib. Realizing like at the same time, LA is tough as shit, and I was like, damn, Tony. I was like really hoping, but you hustled it off, like, cause yo, when I met Tony, it was like for some reason I was like fucking him from day since like I didn't know him from Michigan because I'm from LA, but I had met Tony like off the get-go, and I was like, damn, he's just a chill guy, and I know he seems like he just wants to, what he's about. But at the same time, he knows like work is work, and then play is play. He's gonna play harder, but like it sounds so corny me saying that, but like it's real. Like when Tony's working, like he's legit trying to like make connections, work it all out, try to be like a big person in the future. I see Tony being that shit, like, and then but at the same time, like when the connections come through and like it's time to like have fun, he's totally about that. But he like has synchronized like perfectly for that, and like that's why I fuck Tony. Like I fuck with Tony doing all that shit, and it's like, you know, that's why I felt like I needed to interview because like a lot of people on YouTube like love hearing that inspirational shit. Like, and as corny as it sounds, like you have an inspirational story. Like you mouthed out here, realized that there's an opportunity and took it because you know we're both of I'm honestly blessed as well to have this opportunity with Sean and shit because like all of this. I mean, I would hope all of us would say we're all blessed with this like round 2 shit. Yeah, and then it's just crazy. Like, and so that's why I was gonna coming back into this. The interrogation, like you're definitely someone I wanted to get into because it's just a different story, you know. I was gonna interview, like I told, I was gonna interview people about collection stuff, but I mean, Tony did have a collection back in the day. Let's not forget, like you had a collection. Like, let's talk about that. All right. So, like, when did you start collecting? Like, how did you know about, I guess, streetwear fashion?
All right. Let's get the drink. Honestly, this is lemonade. Honestly. Alright, so in high school,
what year did
I was just like, probably like 2010, like around there, maybe.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that, but so in Virginia, there was like a phase where I lived. I lived in Fredericksburg, like an hour from DC. So as far as like fashion wise, like everyone was like on Hollister and like not Aeropostale, Abercrombie and Fitch and like Sperry's, like super hard.
God, that's hard.
And like I'm not gonna lie, like I was rocking the Hollister polos.
Oh man.
That's rough. But then
I need to see pictures.
This is like super early.
Like some 2008, 2009 shit.
In middle school, like I was always into Jordans and stuff like that. Like there was like so many phases of fashion. Like when they used to be like the big jerseys and the tall tees and like the Air Force Ones and stuff. Like I was part of that for sure. My parents like always had me like in baby Jordans and like Tommy and stuff like that. So it was like always like into fashion, like low key, but just the transitions of the culture of fashion just changed so much. So after the Hollister phase came like the streetwear, but not like a lot of people were aware of it. This was like early hundreds, like early Crooks and Castles, like Lamar and Dudley, LRG,
the good old days,
like super early stuff like Rock Status, AWOL, like stuff like that. So I was like one of the first people in my high school to like be into streetwear and like wear it, and like people ask me what it is, like the hundreds, the Atom Bomb. I was like into like SBs like super heavy in high school, and then it just like became a culture of my high school. But I was like part of like this little group that like kind of started in high school. Like if you just like talk to anyone from my high school, they'll like tell you like I was like one of those people like that just like always like was ahead of the curve, just like a little bit before everyone else. Like I never like looking like how everyone else's looks like. Like I try to like differentiate myself from like other people, just like not trying to wear what everyone else is wearing, just trying to be an individual. So it's always in the streetwear, everyone messed with me because of it. And then going into college, like I was still into streetwear, still wearing brands that like no one knew about. Like I still remember like freshman year, like people asking me like what the hundreds is and shit. And then like it just gradually like went into different brands. Like I was like super early on Palace. Like if you know like the early Palace stuff, it was just like the heat sensitive tees and like them just like doing like crazy technology on the Traffic t-shirts. Then that just like transitioned to round 2. Like the whole streetwear thing like made me mess with round 2. And if you talk to like some of the employees, they'll tell you like the reason why they kind of messed with me was like the way that I dressed. So it just like all like somehow it's connected. Like everyone remembers like the tall tees days, like everyone remembers like the Hollister days, and like everyone remembers like the streetwear. But like, you know, like who was the first people on like streetwear, like you know, like who like followed the trend and like started messing with SBs and stuff. And it's cool. Like I don't judge people, but
yeah, that's like, it's always, people always say like, I've had like a couple of friends that like I've definitely known they were ahead of the curve, just like you back here. Like for me, it was kind of tough because I don't want to say my mom sheltered me, but like my mom definitely didn't let me have like the tall tees. Definitely didn't let me spend the guap on like stuff. But like I was always keeping up to date. I was always looking with the hundreds. I was reading. I don't know if you ever did. You read the 100 blogs? I used to always fuck it. The 100 blogs back in the day were the best. Now it's like I don't even fuck with it just because it's just like too many posts now. Yeah, it's just too much. But like, yo, I remember always being on the 100s blog posts, finding out about This Is It, finding about Fucked, finding about this brand, that brand, like every single brand. And then like I would fuck with Diamond and stuff. Like I wasn't able to cop it just because my parents would buy me shit, but they weren't trying to buy me like that clothes because like for them, like a Hispanic person in LA, like that's like offensive shit that we're like posting sometimes. Like it was like drugs, sex, and like some teas would be like so scandalous. So my parents were like keeping me in like the simplest thing, like Target clothes and shit. Like they were trying not to have me like into that because they knew like it was associated with like drugs and shit. But like, not saying that streetwear is just all drugs, but like it's just to them that's what it seemed like. Yeah. Like, but I was always just online, like on my computer when I got home, just going to the Hunter's blog real quick and just finding out what was up.
I'm gonna tell you, like, I was super heavy into Nike Talk. Like, if people remember
that, I wasn't into.
This was like the forum days, like the early internet days. But I was definitely like inspired by the 100th blog. Like, that was me as like a young kid, like looking at Fairfax and being like, man, like pretty much I hope like one day like I could work in like the 100s or Diamond store.
You wanted to be on the block?
Yeah, I did, because that street was really a big deal. And like fast forward to now, like they show us mad love. Like,
yeah, we go,
it's a blessing.
Well, like most of the stores know like what's up, and then like some of the stores are just like whatever. But like the block on Fairfax and Melrose, that Fairfax Street has definitely changed a lot throughout the years. Definitely now, it's not the same as it used to be. Yeah. But I mean, like, show up on Thursdays definitely turns into the block. But
yeah, and it's like I'm looking at this from like Virginia.
Yeah. But so then like going firsthand,
way different than
that. Like for me, like I was just seeing it. I would like see it online, and like the next weekend I would hope to go visit Fairfax and try to pick up something. But like, yeah, I can only imagine what it would just seeing everything from a computer. Like, I still remember the fucking craziest post I saw from the 100s was the dude that broke his thumb for a free hat back for the 100s. You remember that? It was for Black Friday. Black Friday. I remember the video.
That's gross.
Y'all look this up. Guy like grabs his left hand and just straight. The guy, I forgot who it was. It's one of their dudes at the store working, like one of the big dudes, you know. And he just says, "Break your fucking thumb, we get a free fucking hat." It was like the side hat, the Adam side hat. That's what it was. So like it was a big thing. And he just goes, and screams and breaks. And I was like, yo, the block is fucking crazy. Streetwear has officially taken over. And that's when I realized, like, yo, this is gonna be like a crazy ass shit. If you're literally hurting yourself for clothes, like, So that's when maybe I was like, damn, I really want to be part of this fashion shit. I really want to do like, because I mean, like, in the long run, it's gonna always be like, it had definitely its peak, and now it's like kind of just like been here. But I mean, there will always forever be a landmark, and it will always continue. Like that's when like people are like, yeah, streetwear, it's never gonna be dead. Like, it's just always gonna be a thing.
If anyone watches this from Virginia, I used to go to Elite Board Shop like all the time, and if you like know what that is, you like know like the early days of streetwear. But it's really cool to talk to Frankie and like hear like what was going on with Fairfax like these past couple of years, and like just the progression, or maybe the complete opposite of progression, I don't know. But it's cool to see the outlook from Frankie.
Yeah, and also like our new coworker Chris, like who was a block boy.
Yeah,
like you could show us a photo.
Honestly. Anyone from LA.
Anyone from like around Melrose, like they're just our age or older. Like they were at the time like the prime age you want to be on Fairfax, like 16 to 21.
Yeah.
But if you're that age, you're in like the prime era. Like it's such a crazy story. Yeah. From different people.
That's a cool thing about round two. So like you connect with like a lot of people that you probably would never connect with if it wasn't for round two.
Yeah. So, alright, so we got into little know about Tony, you know. Now we get into some funny questions. We get into like, just, you know, trying to be different. You know, we like to get deep into like why you like collecting your life and shit. Yeah. So, we're getting into, right now I'm going to ask you some miscellaneous questions, some hypothetical shit. If you were to decide having to, because we all know Pokemon Go is the biggest thing right now, would you rather be on Tinder for the rest of the time or Pokemon Go for the rest of the time? That's some real shit.
Alright, so I'm like late on the Pokemon Go.
We all are.
Like I was playing it last night. That was kind of tight.
Just keep in mind, because hold on, Tinder is a really big thing here. Tinder is like the biggest thing here in Los Angeles. Like, we cannot lie. Like literally, you'll catch any of us on it, and then either like our fucking customers are on it. Like real talk, like customers chilling in the store and they're like swiping right and left. So like the reason I bring this up because we fuck around with this question a lot. Like we fuck around with Tinder just as a joke. And so would you rather do Tinder as like
be like straight up honest? Like I love Pokemon, but I'd rather be on Tinder.
I love Pokemon. I used to love my childhood, but you know,
like for real, like I loved Pokemon, but like now I'm 24, man. Like let's live life. And
it still trips me out that you're 24. I swear that you look like that you're 22, 21.
Yeah, like I don't look 24, but definitely feel old.
Yeah, starting to feel it. Starting to feel that like.
Until I meet like someone like older than me, like in the 30s, I'm like, yo, good looks.
You look so young.
I don't feel that bad anymore.
So if you were to decide, let's say, I'm trying to find another like hypothetical question, just some funny shit, because that was a good one. Would you rather? Damn, I don't know any. Oh, I'll try to find one. Would you? Let's do a fuck, marry, kill one, because I heard a good one. Kim K, Amber Rose, Taylor Swift. Who you killing?
Fuck, marry, kill?
Yeah, who you doing?
That's easy.
Who said it?
Killing Taylor Swift.
What?
Fucking Amber Rose and fucking marrying Kim K.
What?
Yeah.
Explain it. I have something different.
I have like the biggest crush on Kim K. And like financially, like she's pretty set. Like she's not like gonna not use this fame to like make sure her and her family's good. Like making money off her app, like she could be straight on like those Instagram like fit tea posts and like the teeth whitening shit. Like she's straight on that. And like Amber Rose, like enough fucking said.
No,
it's Amber Rose.
I'm like low key the opposite of you. I was going marrying Taylor Swift. That's a housewife right there. That's a housewife. It's a housewife, Tony.
She
killing Amber Rose just because I can't fuck with the Wiz Khalifa tattoo she has on her arm. And then fucking Kim K because obviously. Come on.
Yeah. I just couldn't marry Taylor Swift. I'm like, she got the body for me.
I get it, but I mean, it's marriage shit.
Shout out to Taylor Swift though. I have nothing against you.
Yeah, Taylor Swift. And if we do like, because keep this in mind, it's a successful marriage. Does that change anything? It's not gonna be divorce. It's not gonna like prenup shit. It's a successful marriage. Does that change it? No.
Nah, I'm gonna stick with it. Like if you know me, you know like one of my biggest crushes is Kim K.
I didn't know that. You never told me that.
Yeah.
I brought it up. You brought like Kim K up, but I never knew about that. That's crazy.
Yeah. So.
Leave in the comments below who you would do. So between fucking Amber Rose, Kim Kardashian, Taylor Swift, who would you fuck, marry, kill? That's an interesting one right there. That's something I want to see in the comments below. But yeah, all right. So I was doing this question before, but you're in the East Coast. I kind of want to ask you, who do you think killed Tupac? I mean, sorry, not Tupac. Biggie. Biggie.
Ah, shit.
But even if you believe that, what do you think? Like, in your whole, like, when I say Biggie, how do you think happened what happened?
Okay. So.
I used to do Tupac, but now I'm doing Biggie. Because I'm gonna switch it up to artists every once in a while, just because it's my fucking YouTube. I don't give a shit. So go ahead.
So the whole Tupac and Biggie thing, I was like really big into Biggie, like somewhat. Tupac didn't really listen to, like, don't hate me, like I was just like one of those people that like didn't listen to Tupac for some reason. Like nothing against him, it was just like never played. Like I was super into hip hop, but the whole story of them getting killed, like I'm not really like that familiar with it. But the two things that I have heard that I could somewhat believe is just like, damn, because this shit gets in depth. And
just say it. You
so
don't even have to
one
go
is like,
you don't have to go in depth. You just gotta say what you
I don't know if this is Tupac or Biggie, but one was like the government like set that shit up, and then the other one was like someone he was beefing with, like Diddy or some shit like that. Like those two options, like that's what I'm running with.
Fair enough. That's crazy. And this is because what you've been hearing, but you definitely believe it was like something. It wasn't just like.
What did they say?
Biggie, like they officially announced that it was like a cop, quote unquote. It was a cop that shot him, but like apparently the cop was paid by someone like Diddy's people.
Yeah, right.
That's
but like, I can see that happening.
So you believe that?
Yeah, the whole government thing.
So you 100% believe it was a setup and more or less it's not like a random act, just like.
Yeah, nah, no.
It's crazy.
He was blown up at the time.
That's true. But it's crazy how it hasn't happened again. Well, I mean, it does happen, but to low-level artists. Quote unquote, not putting anyone down, but like some low-level artists because they be in some gang shit. That's what happens.
Yeah, music's way different now, but
yeah. So, is there anything else you want to bring up to the people of YouTube? It's a pretty long interview, but
where are we at right now?
We're like 25 minutes, believe it.
Really?
It gets in depth in this bitch.
Yeah, this might be my only interview, so like,
this
is gonna be tight.
So,
if I want to say, I do want to bring up this whole thing about, I guess like so many people are interested in like the behind the scenes of round 2.
Yeah.
So I do have this idea that I'm thinking about doing is fucking periscoping, not like when I wake up, but
when you get into round 2.
Yeah, like when I get into the store, like you guys can ask like whatever questions to Sean or Chris, but
that'll be what's up.
You guys are like really see like how much we fuck around.
So you might see that soon. Keep out.
So
look out on that.
If you think that's a good idea, comment or just like hit me up on IG. Yeah, don't be hesitant to like hit one of us up like on Instagram or like DM us or just like on.
But not about like picking up clothes and shit, but like questions.
Yeah, like,
just like legit like live questions or like store questions, you know, like. But like we literally don't answer people that are like, "Yo, can you pick me up this box?" or "Can you pick me up this shoe?" Like we're not about. But like if you're really trying to connect.
If you have a question about anything, like a general question, like hit me up. Like we show mad love to people. Like people from the UK come down and like we take them out. Like whatever. Like if you need anything, just like hit us up, man. We're like super down to earth. Like
we're just
so
normal
easy
people
to contact us. Like
we're all just normal people. People think we're like some like. Believe it or not, it's hard to believe people think we're celebrities, and it's not even like that. We're literally just being ourselves.
Yeah, it's like if you ever see me, say what's up. Like I'm like
take a photo. We don't care.
I'm super down to earth. Like I appreciate everyone showing love to me when I came out here. Appreciate round 2. Definitely did a lot. Chris and Sean definitely hooked me up with a lot of stuff. And appreciate Frankie.
Alright, so there you go, guys. I'm gonna try to spool it over to me. Oh god, it's gonna be sketch. Alright, so that was it, guys. Thank you so much to Tony. Like, subscribe, follow Tony at Tony X Pelez. Pelaz. Laez.
Laez.
It'll be down in the fucking comments.
Go to Round 2 Hollywood.
Go to Round 2 Hollywood and we're all following each other and stuff. But yeah, follow me at flow_goods, FLO_GOODS. Follow Tony X Pelaez. Follow him. I don't know, he doesn't post a lot, but honestly, like I said, like he's just willing to talk to people.
Yo,
so
and are you gonna turn it back? All the girls like follow me. What's up? You already know what's up.
Alright. That note, we're gonna end that there.